Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky was there days after a contentious meeting with President Trump at the White House where a U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal as part of war-ending talks fell apart. Secretary of State Marco Rubio tells ABC's This Week.
I hope this could all be reset. I hope he comes to the realization that we're actually trying to help his country here.
But Democrats are critical of the way the Trump administration is dealing with helping Ukraine as being too Russia-friendly. Senator Chris Murphy tells CNN State of the Union.
It is absolutely shameful what is happening right now. The White House has become an arm of the Kremlin.
It's getting tense again in Gaza. Israel's blocked food and other supplies from flowing into Palestinians.
Aid agencies are warning about catastrophic consequences. This comes after Israel offered Hamas an extension of the just-ended Phase 1 of that ceasefire agreement, which would include the release of more hostages, but no real give-back from Israel, like the removal of its military from Gaza. Hamas has rejected the plan, calling it blackmail and a war crime.
Fox's Greg Palcon in Tel Aviv. They handed out the Academy Awards last night.
And the Oscar goes to...
That's Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
Well, maybe.
Unveiling Best Picture.
Anora.
Anora led the way with 5 Oscars, including Best Director for Sean Baker and Best Actress for Mikey Madison. The Best Actor award went to Adrian Brody for The Brutalist.
If I may just humbly begin by giving thanks for the tremendous outpouring of love that I've felt from this world.
Kieran Culkin got Best Supporting Actor. Zoe Saldana, Best Supporting Actress. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Gone way too soon. It's 29 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today, 50. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A person died in a car crash on Saturday night in Fishers. Jake McDaniel reports.
As soon as authorities got the call, they arrived on Florida Road near Southeastern Parkway and I-69. They say a car was driving south on Florida Road and was going to pass another car in front of it. And as it did, the car saw yet another car traveling north. As the car traveling south tried to pull over, the other car overcorrected, drove off the road, and hit a mailbox. The car that was traveling south slid through grass, hit a tree, and caught on fire. Mason Alexander, a high school football player, died at the scene. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A head-on wreck in Hendricks County killed a woman Sunday afternoon. Police say they're not sure why the wreck happened. The second half of the 2025 Indiana legislative session starts today. John Herrick reports.
State Representative Matt Lehman of Burns says they got a lot accomplished in the first half.
Legislation we passed in the House goes now to the Senate for discussion, and we will consider bills the Senate has passed to us.
689 bills were filed. 179 passed out of the House on the third reading. The legislative session is supposed to end in late April.
2 people were injured in a shooting on the near north side of Indianapolis on Sunday evening. It happened around 23rd and North Alabama streets. IMPD is looking into this. And the Indiana Pacers beat the Chicago Bulls 127-112. Aaron Nesmith scored a career-high 27 points. The Pacers host the Houston Rockets on Tuesday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com, you have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
Stop putting screens on your gutters. If the holes are too big, debris gets in and you're still cleaning your gutters. If the holes are too small, it sits on top and you're cleaning the screens. And those screens will need to be replaced. They just don't last. Pat Sullivan here. I have Gutter Helmet on my home and business, and it has no holes, slots, or screens. It keeps the debris out and the water in. Since 1981, Gutter Helmet has been America's #1 choice for gutter protection. And this is a great time of year to call Gutter Helmet of Central Indiana, because right now, Gutter Helmet is offering a 15% discount plus 12 months no interest financing if paid in full within 12 months. Call 800-5HELMET, that's 800-5HELMET, to schedule a free estimate. 15% off cannot be combined with other offers. Call Gutter Helmet today at 800-5HELMET or go to gutterhelmetindy.com and never clean your gutters again.
Interstates look pretty fantastic here so far. Check it out. Westbound at 70 coming in from Hancock County right now, and it looks good as you make your way from State Road 9 to 465 on the east side. That's 13 minutes, no delays right now, and then 5 minutes continuing from 465 east side into the north split. Continuing out to the airport on westbound 70 from downtown. Looking good out to 465 on the west side. Continuing to the airport collector with Ronald Reagan Parkway and Ameriplex. No issues. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Rapid Radios. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Happy Monday, too. Coming off this chilly weekend. It should be a little better, a little more seasonable later on this afternoon. Thankfully, not as windy as what we had late week last week as well. We'll go mostly sunny, maybe partly cloudy late in the day, and pretty quiet. Today's high near 50. Increasing clouds tonight. Not nearly as chilly as where we're at right now. A low down to 41. Tuesday, it's going to be kind of a cloudy day. We'll have some scattered light showers in the morning and midday hours, better rain chances, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder by late in the afternoon. Warmer, too, a high near 60 and gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. Wednesday will keep us some of those scattered showers and gusty winds throughout the day. Wednesday's high, 54.
Earlier you said it was going to be mostly sunny, partly cloudy. Isn't that what mostly sunny basically means?
Did I not have the two? I meant like mostly sunny and then eventually two partly cloudy later on today.
But it's still the same thing, right?
I'd say partly cloudy is a bit more, it's not quite 50-50. Like mostly sunny, I'm thinking like you've got maybe like 10% cloud cover. Partly cloudy is like 30 to 40% cloud cover.
Man, I want to be able to define words on the fly, too.
It really is a great gig, Tony. I got to tell you.
As a man who watches from afar.
That's right.
Yes, it seems pretty fantastic.
I mean, listen, look at Randy made, what, a 40-year-long career out of it. Just making up for it.
Everybody in Indianapolis who does weather will have a career for forever and honestly live forever. It's as if they work for the federal government. Just guaranteed job, cash flow, whatever kinky stuff you're putting into a chat room, whatever. Yep. I mean, you can do anything.
But we've had to explain for a long time on a daily basis what it is exactly we do here. So.
Yep, and in another 40 to 60,000 years, you'll be done.
That's correct.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. Good to see you, Marcus. 28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me.
Oh, my. It's not a dust-up. Dust-up does not actually do it any credit. The fight between President Trump and Vladimir Zelensky and J.D. Vance on Friday is still the talk of the town. It is everything. And true to form, America, mostly on social media because the rest of America wasn't paying attention, got as tribal as humanly possible and never once asked what actually happened here. It's precious to watch. It truly is. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. And when I say precious, I mean awful. Oh, there's a lot to take from this meeting. A tremendous amount. Why did Vance engage? Why did Zelensky use this opportunity for chastising? Why was Trump belittling Zelensky? Ho, ho, whoa, what? I think there's a lot of argument you can make. Let's start with the fact that Zelensky is the one who decided to lecture the leaders of the United States in the Oval Office. That happened. Doesn't matter what Chris Murphy, the senator from Connecticut, says. It matters what is. That's what Zelensky did. That's what Zelensky does. I only have to go back to, was it 2022 or 2023, when Joe Biden lost his temper with Vladimir Zelensky. But the question is, why did it happen? And what comes next? And I think I have an idea on why, although it's probably speculative. And the what comes next? Far less egregious than you think. I think. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Alex Brown. Indianapolis is growing its sports tech reputation. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Brought to you by the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick. Available now wherever podcasts can be found and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct's Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. That's right, no interest for the next 6 years, making it easier than ever to afford the quality windows your home needs. But wait, there's more. This month only, Universal Windows Direct is giving you an extra $500 off your home improvement project. Whether you need a few windows or a full home upgrade, this bonus savings makes now the perfect time to act. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call today for your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. UniversalWindowsDirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
Applied Innovation has made a lot of IT directors happy with their managed print services offering. Listen to a few of them talk about Applied Innovation. Chris Pfeiffer, IT Director for Doran Mayhew.
So we were able to reduce the number of machines that we use, but increase their capacity. And then basically we cut our managed print services bill in half by doing that.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson, Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol.
The devices are well managed, well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation customer Craig Gilliam, IT Director for Suncoast Skin Solutions.
I think it's just the simplicity of everything. They're quick, fast, and so if you need any help, they're on the spot.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear, what's going on?
Looking in Lebanon right now, Boone County, good morning. Southbound 65 is looking good. Coming down from the north side, if you're making your way from State Road 47 to 465 on the northwest side, you are looking at 19 minutes. Boone County, no problems, no delays. Inbound 69, 4 minutes from Fisher, State Road 37 to 465 on the northeast side. 13 minutes to make it down to the city center in Meridian Street, Penn, and to downtown Indianapolis. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
The Pacers are entering the home stretch of the regular season.
Halliburton, shot fake. A 30-point night for Tyrese Halliburton.
See the blue and gold in action against the Rockets Tuesday night.
Here's Turner in on the right side with a sledgehammer.
The Pacers host the high-flying Rockets Tuesday at 7. It's the Rockets' only visit to Indy this year. Get your tickets at Pacers.com. That's Pacers.com. Pacers Rockets, Tuesday at 7.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
In a mellow tone, feeling fancy-free.
What's your take on the Zelensky-Trump meeting? You may have seen the videos already. I want to hear it. Let me know on Twittix at Tony Katz or Tony at TonyKatz.com. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. What's going on, everybody? 93 WIBC, good morning. Great to be with you. I'm curious to know where people are and where their positions lie. Maybe they've got my take. Maybe they've got a different take. Maybe they've got no take. Let me know. The border crossings are down. And they are down in an absolutely impressive and incredible way. Last month, Border Patrol recorded, as reported by CBS News, 8,450 apprehensions of migrants who crossed into the country unlawfully between official entry points. There were days during the Biden administration, there were more than 8,000 apprehensions in a single day. This is 8,000 in a month. This is the February total. It can get adjusted because, you re-go over the numbers, you recount, you carry the two, someone takes off their shoes to finish it up. It's a whole thing. It would be the lowest monthly apprehension tally recorded by Border Patrol since fiscal year 2000. It was Hakeem Jeffries who was on, I forget what show, I think it was on CNN, taking credit. That, can't make that up. Hakeem Jeffries was taking credit for what was taking place on the border. I actually have it. Oh, thank goodness. I like being prepared.
National security interests. Look, what we've seen from the Trump administration over the last several weeks is just a flood of unprecedented extremism and a parade of horribles that continue to be unleashed on the American people. While at the same time, the Trump administration is not focused on solving the problems of everyday Americans. We're continuing to make sure that we focus on trying to make life better for everyday Americans. Fundamentally, that's why we were sent to Washington, D.C. We have to drive down the high cost of living. We have to secure the border. We have to keep communities safe. We have to protect our dreamers and farm workers and families. These are the things that matter, as opposed to creating crisis-like moments when we should be coming together and demonstrating leadership for the free world.
As you know,
National security.
Let me for the record, crisis-like moments are when the president is incapable of doing the job of president and your team covers it up. That's crisis Like, this is your moment with crises in a crisis-like moment. I don't know, I'm going to need some kind of music for that. All these people are precious, and they're working on the key issues like securing the border. At that moment, Wolf Blitzer is supposed to pull a J.D. Vance and say, do you hear yourself? These people. Meanwhile, Hegseth is warning of military action if Mexico fails to meet the border demands of President Trump. Now, we've been discussing this for, I wouldn't say too long, but I'd say it's come up the last month or two, certainly. Do we not understand we're at war with Mexico? If the cartels are going to state the changes in American law and implementation is affecting our bottom line, so therefore we're going to be more violent against Border Patrol, it's a declaration of war. Oh, me, the whole 10 miles in, DMZ, you absolutely. Absolutely. You want me to play nice with the cartel? No. You want me to live in a level of fear because of the cartel? No. Let the cartel figure out what to do. And let Mexico figure out the cartels. Hegseth stating quite clearly that if Mexico didn't deal with the collusion between the country's government and the drug cartels, the U.S. military was prepared to take unilateral action. This was a call on January 31st. Yes. Do we want to discuss the bribery culture that is the Mexican government? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm discussing a fact that's an issue. The cartels have way too much power in Mexico and in places in the United States. We shouldn't deny. It's going to take a while. But there are ways to start, and there are ways to put a stop to certain levels of funding, which, of course, is what it's all about. I mean, that's the whole game, the whole purpose. Then there is the Canadians. They're still pretty angry. They're still pretty angry.
OMG. Are you kidding me right now?
I am not. I could not do such a thing. And what they're angry about is, of course, that Trump keeps referring to Canada as the 51st state, and that Trump refers to Justin Trudeau as governor. And the Canadians are saying he's not heavy, he's my brother, even though they don't like him. But now there's a possibility that he can get reelected. I mean, it's crazy. So I guess they're wrestling. It's a WWE, and it takes place in Toronto at the Rogers Centre, and they play the national anthem, and someone's singing it, and the Canadians were booing, and I guess Pat McAfee was there, and he was going crazy and screaming that Canada's just absolutely terrible. Kind of sucks that it's in the terrible country of Canada that booed our national anthem to start this entire thing. That was McAfee. I guess it's what they do now. I don't know. Go knock yourselves out. Have fun. You want to boo the national anthem? We're the ones who allow free speech, so it could all be yours if you were the 51st state. Gosh, I do not want them. I'm not angry with Canadians. I mean, Eugene Levy, thank you. We appreciate that gift. Ryan Reynolds, we thought we did. We thought we did. And then we were like, you know what? At Wrexham, he kind of peaked. That was it. And then he went to the Hugh Jackman Deadpool thing. And I'm going to say for the record, meh. Meh. I watched. Right? Multiverse. I've seen that one before. In all the other Marvel movies. It's Hugh Jackman, show tunes, bring out Sutton Foster. It was fine. It was fine. But I don't want these people voting. I don't want them in our elections. I don't want to absorb 40 million people. No, don't want it. Not interested. If you're going to let these people vote in federal elections? Oh, no. These people get 2 senators? people who can be so easily swayed back to Justin Trudeau, I will take a pass. I cannot be the only one. By the way, you know my Ryan Reynolds take is right on. Oh, also Blake Lively. Don't get me wrong. Damn, but in the lawsuit about the movie, I think the director probably is right that Blake is just impossible to deal with. That's my hot goss take. Matt Bear has got traffic and all the hot goss. What's up, Matthew?
OMG, westbound 70 right now, coming from the east side, looking good. 4 minutes in from 465 on the east side to the north, a split. Everything looking good coming up from Franklin right now as we check northbound 65 from State Road 44, making your way up 65. Looks good through Johnson County and into Marion County and Indianapolis. No problems. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. Casey's out Monday. I have no idea who I'm working with. Could be a serial killer. Find out. It's part of the fun. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Hot goss is what I said. I said hot goss, like gossip. That is very unlike me. Indeed. Not unlike me, wanting somebody who's a professional to work on my home. I like to work with quality folk, and that's why it's Moss Roofing. MOSS, mossroofing.com. Spring showers. They can bring flowers, but they can also bring roof leaks. Strong winds, heavy rain, we just had some. It can expose hidden damage, leading to costly water issues inside your home. And the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. The mold, the rot, structural damage. Moss Roofing offers free inspections. So if it's a small leak or a big roofing concern, the expert team at Moss Roofing can assess the damage, provide reliable, cost-effective solutions. They've got 35 years of experience. They know how to protect your home from the unpredictable spring weather. Talk to Moss Roofing today. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing. 317-747-3665 or online at Moss. MOSS. mossroofing.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
As a high school student athlete, it makes a difference when the stands are filled with cheering fans. I'm Reed Robinson from New Prairie High School.
And I'm Autumn Rife from North White High School. It motivates us to do our best when we know our entire school community has our backs.
When they understand the real purpose of high school sports.
When they remember learning life lessons is more important than winning.
When they keep athletic events fun and positive for everyone.
That's what being a champion of high school sports is all about.
Whether you're a parent, fan, coach, official, administrator, or broadcaster, we all have a role to play in championing high school sports.
Thank you for supporting our schools, our communities, and our student athletes.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support the mission of education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is being a champion of high school sports. This is preserving the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Could we be days away from a shutdown? It's 29 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today is 50. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Congress is just days away from a partial government shutdown.
Speaker Johnson on NBC's Meet the Press said he knows what he'd like to see before the March 14th deadline for a continuing resolution.
We're looking to pass a clean CR to freeze funding at current levels to make sure that the government can stay open while we begin to incorporate all these savings that we're finding through the DOGE effort.
Johnson blames Democrats for not helping avoid a shutdown.
That's Fox's Gurnell Scott reporting. A head-on wreck killed a woman in Hendricks County on Sunday. Chris Davis reports.
Exactly why it happened was unclear, but a woman who was driving a maroon GMC Envoy suddenly swerved into the opposing lane on State Road 75 near the intersection with Vontra Street in Coatesville about 2 p.m. Sunday. When that happened, she hit a Ford F-150. The woman was taken to Eskenazi Hospital and died there. The driver of the pickup also taken to Eskenazi with non-life-threatening injuries. Police had the road blocked while they worked on accident reconstruction. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A former high school football star died in a crash on Saturday night. Mason Alexander played for Pitt and attended Southeastern Hamilton High School. He died along Florida Road when the car he was driving on hit a tree and caught fire. A United Airlines flight from Missouri to Houston was diverted to Waco, Texas Sunday night after severe turbulence injured at least 5 people. And the stars of Hollywood's movie industry gathered at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles for the Oscar Awards. Academy Award winner Robert Downey Jr. presented the award for Best Supporting Actor.
Stiff competition. How's it going to go? Let's see. Pucker up, gentlemen. And the Oscar goes to Kieran Culkin. A real pain.
The sound courtesy of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and ABC. This marks Culkin's first Oscar win. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic, weather, and sports together in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. The NFL Combine wrapped up on Sunday, and while the event focuses on the biggest NFL prospects, it also has become a place for sports technology companies to showcase their latest innovations. Indianapolis-based Sports Tech HQ, which launched in 2022, is focused on building sports tech momentum in Indy, says Executive Director Jeff Hintz.
In the last 18 months, we've been able to attract over 20 companies of the over 40 that are here now in Indiana. And yeah, the word is out about Indiana and what we're doing here with sports technology and supported by our university partners. And
last week, the organization announced London-based Sportable is bringing its North American Innovation Center to Indiana. The Ball State University Board of Trustees on Friday approved a plan to build more than 24 residences at the Village Commercial District near the Muncie campus. The plan includes the construction of 17 attached townhomes and 8 single-family homes, with the first homes expected to be available in 2026. An Evansville City Councilwoman was arrested and charged last week with fraud and falsifying an election document over allegations that she did not meet the residency requirements for the council ward she was selected to represent. A police investigation shows Tanisha Carruthers was not residing within the city's 4th ward for 6 months prior to the election and was not living within the Evansville city limits for 1 year prior to the election as required by Indiana law. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Join us for IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast, Monday, March 10 at Indy's Crane Bay Event Center, featuring 6 notable speakers, including a keynote from Indiana Senator Todd Young. Speakers will dive into multiple topics ranging from healthcare and AI, the quantum corridor, human-robot interaction, and rural broadband. It's one morning packed with the intel you need to hone your 2025 tech strategy. RSVP now at ibj.com/events.
An 800,000 square foot Amazon fulfillment center was supposed to open in Elkhart 2 years ago, but has sat idle since that time. But our partners at WSBT TV report residents have received flyers in the mail noting future job opportunities, hinting that the facility could soon be opening. Company officials said job advertisements like the mailers residents received are part of its standard hiring process, which begins a few months before a new facility opens. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
Southside crash, Raymond Street to Kitley Avenue. Checking out the interstates, and they look pretty good right now. Looking at westbound 74 coming down from Brownsburg. No problems as you make your way through Ronald Reagan Parkway to 465 on the west side. If you're continuing to Indianapolis International, southbound 465 looks good right now as you make your way down to I-70 and westbound 70 to the airport. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what do we know?
Indiana Pacers guard Aaron Nesmith, Tony, scored a career-high 27 points on Sunday, leading Indiana past the Chicago Bulls 127-112.
You know, it's all reps. You know, the more reps you get, the more playing time you get, and it's also a credit. So teammates found me and put me in good positions.
Guard Tyrese Halliburton recorded his 5th consecutive double-double. The Pacers play the Houston Rockets at home on Tuesday. Indy car driver Alex Palou won the season-opening Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg Sunday, leading 26 of 100 laps.
It's been a tough last run there with Newgarden that was getting to us, and we couldn't really go anywhere with the traffic. Glad that we could stay in the lead and win the race.
Palou now has 12 Indy car race wins. In college basketball, IU has won 3 straight. The Hoosiers play Oregon tomorrow night. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
The Gelman effect. I have been trying my best to remember what the bloody heck the terminology was and who the author was. This phenomenon that we go through, and I think many of us have gone through it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. And I'm referring to when you're reading a newspaper and you come across an article. Let's say it's something you know a lot about. And you're like, wait, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. This whole article is factually untrue. This is ridiculous. There's nothing here. Why in the world would they say this? What a lie. Why didn't they do any research? And you read the whole thing, you rip it apart. You tear it apart. Then you move on to the next article in the newspaper and you go, oh my gosh, that's fascinating. Honey, did you hear this? Why is it that we believe one thing and not the other? We know a story to be completely and totally false, yet we will believe exactly what is next to it. That is the Gelman amnesia effect, and that's Michael Crichton who put that out there. Michael Crichton. Couldn't remember the author. This all comes up from an interview Bill Murray did on Joe Rogan's podcast. Producer Carl, finger on the dump button, just in case. But I think I'm good, but just in case. And Bill Murray is discussing the book by Bob Woodward called Wired, which was about John Belushi.
However, when I read Wired, the book written by, Woodward, about Belushi, I read like 5 pages of Wired, and I went, oh my God, they framed Nixon. like all of a sudden I went, oh my God, if this is what he writes about my friend that I've known, for half my adult life, which is completely inaccurate, talking to like the people of the outer circle getting the story, what the hell could they have done to Nixon? I just felt like if he did this to my friend like this, and I acknowledge I only read 5 pages, but the 5 pages I read, made me want to set fire to the whole thing.
Jamie, that is unbelievable. I mean, that's brutal. But what a connection. That's an unbelievable, read this, they framed Nixon. There's no way that anything else could be real once you read this thing. But we very rarely does that happen. We just go on to the next thing like it's totally believable. It is nutty. I thought that was a very, very solid response there, and just not ready for it, but bright. But now there's a whole Zen philosophical thing to Bill Murray's actually entire career, which is worth noting. But solid observation and worthy of remembering. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
I'm a young, up-and-coming professional. We are people who want to work. We want to engage. We don't want to be freeloaders. And yet, it makes it very hard for young people to actually do that.
Kendall and Casey, 9 till noon on 93 WIBC.
You could be overwhelmed by all of the changing fiscal policy at the national level. Maybe a little insecure about your financial security. That's all right. Your friends at Trajan Wealth can help. Matt Bear here. Hey, Trajan Wealth designs wealth management that's intended to help protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. Hear how by scheduling your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visiting TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan Wealth understands the importance of investing in line with your risk tolerance or what's your acceptable loss. They'll listen and give advice tailored to your situation, adding that extra level of security and comfort. There are no obligations. Call the financial experts at Trajan Wealth, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
In purgatory, tortured souls lie trapped somewhere between heaven and you know where. This is where we find ourselves, trapped somewhere between winter and spring, tortured by strange weather patterns.
As the weather worsens,
Cold, snow, and ice.
These temperatures,
then thaw, rain, and flood. Let us be your guide through all stages of
spring,
winter, your severe winter,
spring,
and spring weather station, 93 WIBC.
What's going on, y'all? It's Mindy Winkler, and it is my birthday, and we are still celebrating King Jug Brewing Company, Lantern Road in Fishers, between 106th and 116th Streets. You still have time to make it before the Hank FM truck leaves. This is a chance for you to win tickets to see Tiger Lily Gold in an acoustic set on March 27th. You still have time to get registered for that. Plus, Country Summer Band playing right now. They're playing all the way up till 10 o'clock, so you have plenty of time. Fabulous food here at King Jug Brewing Company and drinks, and a chance for you to get the wristbands for their upcoming big St. Patty's Day bash. Giant 100 by 30 tent that they're going to have with fabulous artists from here locally, including The Y Store, Flying Toasters, Endless Summer, Clayton Anderson, just to name a few. That's happening March 14th through the 16th. I'm going to be the MC for that too, so would love for you to be part of that. And you still have a chance to possibly win a wristband. Make your way over here to King Jug in Fishers between 106th and 116th Streets on Lantern Road. Come be a part of my birthday party.
Here's a real-life story that affects 50% of all of us out there. It's called divorce. If you've gotten divorced and now you're struggling to pay your bills and your credit card debts are completely out of control, you need to call this special debt relief hotline right now. We help people with all kinds of money problems caused by different life challenges, a divorce, a job loss, even heavy medical bills. All these life events can sometimes financially stress you out and cause you to get out of control. We help people get their lives back by showing them ways to consolidate and reduce their debt, in some cases for a fraction of what they owe. If your credit card balances are more than $10,000, call us and learn how to reduce your credit card bills and monthly payments now. Here's our number.
Paid for by Debt.com. Call now at 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. 800-810-1820. That's 800-810-1820.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Looking at the south side, Tony, it is a crash. Raymond Street at Kitley Avenue. And checking out the east side right now, a slowdown on the ramp from northbound 465 to eastbound 70 like you're heading to Greenfield. And right now there is a slowdown on that ramp. Please watch out for a crash. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Indianapolis area attorneys. 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1250, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Look, I don't trust or distrust anybody. I just want to get a deal done. And if the deal happens, good. But you can't embolden somebody that does not have the cards. And all of a sudden that person says, oh, well, now I can keep fighting. We're not going to keep fighting. You're going to get the war done or let them go and see what happens. Let them fight it out.
I don't know why anybody is surprised by him saying this. This is what President Trump was saying during the campaign. And I don't question whether he wants a peace deal. I think it's okay to question how long do we think a peace would last. And since there is no answer to the question, is the question a valid one? Which was exactly his point inside the White House. And is certainly the question for anybody screaming security guarantees. The United States needs to provide Ukraine security guarantees. You mean an armed force in Ukraine for forever? 77 million people voted not to do that. Or at least voted with the understanding that if they had disagreed with the president, that's not where he's at. Which brings us to that whole meeting between Zelensky and Trump. They have a very different view, and they are not coming to agreement. Now, I'm going to break this down in the next hour. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. I will tell you that it is obvious to me that it's not that my take is necessarily so different than everybody else's. It's that to have a take not based on tribalism may now be the rarest thing that exists. Something is not all good because Trump did it, and something is not all bad because Trump did it. And to the people in Indianapolis, the lefty suburbanite women who are putting out there Representative Victoria Spartz is a Russian asset, could you just stop it? Stop it. Let me say many things about Victoria Spartz, including how weak she absolutely is for a primary challenge in 2 years, for how she handled this last primary and getting back in the race, and the nonsense with Chuck Goodrich. My gosh, primed I'm not going to be on any committees. Primed. I mean, it's obvious that the left is trying to keep her in power. For what other reason do you call her a Russian asset? Because she has a take regarding Zelensky being Ukrainian herself? Not necessarily makes it a better take or a worse take, but she's saying, I know these people. They're absolutely terrible. And if they don't like it, they can go to hell. Those were her words. And now you call her Russian asset? Oh, Boo Bear. Don't, maybe less with the talking. Disagree with her. You call her a Russian asset, it's over. No one's paying attention. We should mock and be like, my gosh, let's never marry a woman like her. That's exactly what should happen. But I will tell you, and yes, as I look on Twitter, Chris Murphy, the senator from Connecticut, desperate to stay relevant. He wants to be the leader of the Democrats. I've got that story. I will get to that. I promise. I'll get to all of it. But there's a story out of Boston regarding a man with a knife. And in Boston, this guy was trying to kill people in this very well-to-do neighborhood. That's the story. Very, very upscale neighborhood. And there's this guy trying to stab people. Police get engaged, and there's actually an off-duty officer who shoots and kills the suspect. Right? Knife-wielding suspect trying to stab people in this fancy neighborhood, although I don't think the fanciness of the neighborhood matters. I just like saying the word fancy a lot. Fancy. So the off-duty officer confronts, deals, shoots, kills the suspect. This is the mayor of Boston that evening.
My condolences and all of our thoughts are with the family of the individual whose life has been lost.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of the individual who's been lost.
That was some other member of the council. You mean the knife-wielding maniac has your thoughts and prayers? Now, listen, innocent until proven guilty. You could say a mental issue. You could say whatever you will. If you want to talk about mental illness in America and things we need to do and ways we need to push, that is fine. That is fine. Thoughts and prayers, that's nutty. And that is progressivism. Look at where the focus is. Not that you're going to celebrate a loss of life, but it's kind of strange to ask your people, your city of Boston, to have condolences for the guy with the knife trying to kill people. And that you would means that your real issue is with the police. That's what Michelle Wu is saying. It doesn't matter if that's what she meant. It's just what is. Progressives are a backward sort, in my view. And I will gladly say so. But at any time and at any moment and any place, the thing they embrace is not us and we. It's not. The embrace is to the guy doing the attacking. The embrace is to Hamas, which is now really the policy of the Democratic Party. Sorry, it is what it is. Not Palestinians, please. Leave that wordplay alone. Hamas. Constantly, consistently. Between the U.S. and Ukraine, it's Ukraine. I'm supportive of Ukraine, but I know that that's nutty. By the way, the whole thing between Zelensky and Trump, unbelievable. And all of a sudden, the event we're doing in Kokomo on April 17th, Trump and American Reset and 3 bourbons, taking a look at his first 100 days. Yeah, it just became more of a party. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. You should be there. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. April 17th. It's going to be great. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear has got traffic.
Northbound 65, slow out of the north split to Meridian Street, Penn, and then a crash on the south side. It's Raymond Street at Kitley Avenue. If you're taking people from downtown down to the airport here this morning, maybe doing some ride sharing from the downtown hotels, looking good westbound 70 on your entrances from West Street, maybe Meridian, Illinois. And then traveling out to the airport collector with Ronald Reagan, everything looks great. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road North, Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. When your garage floor has stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your whole garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job looks even worse. Look, spring will be here on March 20th. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation this spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In one day, we make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And apply your gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor in 6 stages, just in time for spring. For your best price of the year on your new garage floor, basement, or patio, and installation by spring, please call me now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers going on now. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
Drip. Drip. Drip.
Annoying, isn't it?
Drip.
It's even worse when it's coming from your fireplace.
Drip.
That water stain on the ceiling isn't going to fix itself. Call Chimney Solutions Indiana. Their certified technicians will make sure your fireplace is ready for reliable comfort this season. Stop the
drip.
Call the experts trusted by thousands of Indiana homeowners. Call Chimney Solutions Indiana at 317-757-6979 or go to chimneyindy.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the WIBC newsroom, the start of the legislative session starts today. A former football star dies in a crash in Fishers on Saturday. There was a shooting near downtown Indianapolis on Sunday night, and 2 people are hurt, and the Indiana Pacers get a win. Those stories are coming up after Fox News from the Technology Recyclers Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
We're at a crossroads in history. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Britain's Prime Minister says as Keir Starmer and other European leaders work out an outline for a plan to help Ukraine end the war with Russia.
The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air, together with others. Europe must do the heavy lifting.
Ukraine's president was there at those talks in London after Friday's meeting with President Trump fell apart at the White House as the 2 presidents argued, and a U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal as part of war-ending talks was never signed.
President Volodymyr Zelensky says he does think his relationship with the U.S. can be repaired, and he remains ready to sign the minerals deal. He's still adamant, though, about having security guarantees, saying any ceasefire without those is dangerous for Ukraine. Zelensky adds, we've been fighting for 3 years, and Ukrainian people need to know that America is on our side. But several Trump administration officials say a reset is necessary before talks can resume again.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Israel and Hamas are at odds again as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu blocks the entry of food and humanitarian supplies for Palestinians in Gaza.
It uses these supplies to finance its terror machine, which is aimed directly at Israel and our civilians. And this we cannot accept.
Hamas is calling it a war crime as the U.S. pushes a plan to extend the just-ended first phase of the Gaza ceasefire, trying to get more hostages released. They handed out the Oscars last night on ABC, and this movie was the big winner.
Nora. Sean Baker!
Nora won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Baker won for Best Director.
And Best Actress for Mikey Madison. The Brutalist won 3 awards, including Best Actor for Adrian Brody. Wicked won 2 awards. Emilia Perez also picked up 2 awards, including Best Supporting Actress for Zoe Saldana. And Kieran Culkin won his first Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in A Real Pain.
That's Fox's Michelle Polino. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A life cut short. It's 29 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today, 50. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A former high school football star died on Saturday night. Jake McDaniel reports it was a crash that took his life.
And that was Mason Alexander, who just recently joined the University of Pittsburgh football team. He was a passenger in a car that was going south on Florida Road. As that car was going past another car in front of them, they saw the car going north of Florida Road after they drove into the northbound lane, and that's when they knew a crash was about to happen. With that said, they tried to pull over, but then ran through grass, hit a tree, and then their car caught on fire. The car going north hit a mailbox. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
About 2 p.m. on Sunday, a woman died in a wreck near Coatesville. Chris Davis has that story.
The woman who was driving a GMC Envoy suddenly swerved right into oncoming traffic on State Road 75 near the intersection with Vontra Street in Hendricks County. The collision was with a Ford F-150. The woman died after being taken to Eskenazi Hospital. The driver of the truck also taken there and expected to survive. Police still trying to figure this one out. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Crime scene tape and evidence markers along North Alabama Street Sunday as 2 people were injured in a shooting. The shooting happened near Craig Kids Memorial Park. Both people that were shot are expected to make it. Police say the person implicated in the shooting is 17 years old. IMPD is still looking into this. Indiana could see some rain, especially in the southern part of the state, but don't get used to the cool air. Temperatures are set to rise by midweek, says Alex McGinnis with the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
40s to around 50 on Monday. We'll be nearing 60 on Tuesday. That will be the warmest day of the week. And then from there, Wednesday will be still above normal, around 50.
And he says it will cool down starting Thursday and into the weekend with highs in the 40s and around 50. Tackling high health care costs is something Hoosier lawmakers say they'll spend a lot of time on starting with the second half of the legislative session, which starts today. Here's John Herrick.
State Representative Julie McGuire of Indianapolis is also the vice chair of the House Public Health Committee. She co-authored a bill that focuses on boosting transparency and dealing with high health care costs at nonprofit hospitals.
House Bill 1004 ensures our nonprofit hospitals are acting like nonprofits, focused on delivering high-quality, affordable care to Hoosiers.
She also says the bill is focusing a great deal on accountability and transparency. It'll get reviewed in the Senate. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers getting a win Sunday. They beat the Bulls 127-112. Aaron Nesmith had a career-high 27 points. Tyrese Halliburton, 17 points and 12 assists. Now the Pacers take on the Houston Rockets Tuesday at home. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Northbound 65 slow from the North Split down to Meridian Penn. Crash on the south side, Raymond Street at Kinley Avenue. Somebody's hurt in that crash. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for some cloud cover to start off the day, but sunny skies later in the afternoon. We'll go a seasonable day. Temperatures right around normal for this time of year into the upper 40s, near 50. Clouds are going to increase tonight, and we'll see low temperatures only fall to about 41. On Tuesday, a possibility of a few early morning showers, but a better chance for some steady afternoon rain, even a few thunderstorms possible. It's going to be windy, with winds gusting maybe upwards of about 30 miles per hour. High temperatures tomorrow into the upper 50s, near 60. And then we'll see some colder air move in on Wednesday. Some scattered showers possible. Could flip the switch to some light snow late Wednesday. Still pretty windy.
What are you even talking about?
I knew this was going to happen.
What
This is March.
possibly do you think you're discussing here with snow?
Well, listen, I just am telling the people the reality and the truth of the situation. It will snow. No, it's not going to be like a lot. I'm just going to see flakes flying around.
See flakes flying around that go into the WIBC studios.
Well, that is incredibly valid. Yes. Yep.
I mean, that was a hanging curveball. You just left it there for someone to take.
That is correct. Right on the tee, waiting for you.
That's what you did. So you are. It's Tara Hastings right there. Wish a TV, a meteorologist, ruining everything. Thank you.
That's what I do.
You do more than that.
Well.
You do more than that. You also co-host the Tara and Tony Get You Some radio show and podcast.
That's correct.
If
That is
DeJuan
correct.
McCoy would just write a check already, this show would be up and running. No, don't worry, Tara. I'll take care of the negotiation. Don't
Thank
you
you.
worry
I
about
appreciate
anything. I will make it as uncomfortable as possible. You bet.
Yes. I love
There it
it.
There it is.
I love that.
Right there. There it is. Tara Hastings, Wish TV. I appreciate you. 28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:08. So the Intercontinental Hotel is set to do a grand opening tomorrow. That is, that's at Market and Illinois. Right there. Cannot wait to see it. Cannot wait to see it. The rooftop bar. Did not know that Isabella Ozdemir was doing an art, basically exhibition inside. That art is going to be a huge part of it. I think it's terrific. If you go next to the Conrad, it's along Sharp Gallery. always thought that was wonderful. They were showing some Warhols last I looked. I haven't seen it yet, but they're showing some Warhols. I always wanted to see a modern art museum, if you will, more downtown. Want to see more things happening there. I have nothing against Idle York. It's not my kind of, it's not the art that I appreciate and gravitate to, but I want it to be there. I think it's a solid piece. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. But small art scattered around is good stuff. It's very, very good stuff. There's a guy, I've met him and I can't remember his name. He wanted to build a project that put sculptures around Indianapolis. And you're like, what? All of a sudden you're looking like Carmel roundabouts. What's the point? The point is, if you're talking about things on a large scale, you're talking about things that people will visit and think of when they think of Indianapolis. You're talking about ways to engage people outside of just the sports or the convention space. And it's an extremely important space. It's cool to have things that can put on the map. I'm sorry, the statue of Peyton Manning is responsible for some level of tourism. These things work, and you can create some real greatness as long as the art actually represents something. So this is all good stuff. Very, very cool to see it. By the way, Isabella Ozdemir, lovely person. Looking forward to seeing what it is the hotel has to offer and seeing the upscaling on that. I'm not saying every hotel needs to be the Intercontinental. You need a mix of lodging there in Indy, but I'm happy to see it, that we have a desire for and want the higher end. I think it's good. Good all the way around. That is tomorrow. Definitely going to check that out. And breaking news from the people at Indigo. It looks like the red line comes in a really long line. It looks like the red line waiting on the freaking red line. Well, with the success of the red line, the Indigo folk want you to know that they've had a groundbreaking ceremony for the blue line. And it's $378 million tax dollars. It's going to be 24 miles east-west along Washington Street, connecting the airport to the city's west side. That's what's happening. That's fantastic. Just terrific. And it works just as well as the red line, which is to say, it's not. I mean, you're not using electric buses anymore, Indigo. You admit to that failure, right? Those BYD, Build Your Dream, communist Chinese-owned buses, let's say it right, that don't work in the cold. You admit to that. We told you it wasn't going to work. Albuquerque proved it wasn't going to work, and you did it anyway. So what are you using now? What, gas? You child killers. I don't know what they call polluters anymore. So it might not be that. It might just, maybe they'll just call you a polluter. I don't know. I don't know what they call people. I do know that we are living in fantasy. Red line, purple line, blue line. None of it providing us real value. All of it a 20th century solution to a 21st century problem. No vision. Just take other people's tax dollars. Terrific. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep.
50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Yeah, Tony, looking at northbound 65, slowing down out of the north split to West Street. Crash on the south side, Raymond at Kitley. That's reported with injuries. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:15.
If you used to hear a whole lot of this, but now you can barely hear this, you need to check out RelayIndiana.com and CapTel, the caption telephone. CapTel allows you to get your groove back when using the telephone. It uses voice recognition technology so you can read on a bright screen what the other caller is saying. Go to RelayIndiana.com and add clarity back into your conversations with CapTel, the caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
Hey, it's Matt Baer. Warm weather is coming, and now's the time to call Cochran Exteriors to beat the spring rush. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and more. My friends at Cochran Exteriors will give you a free consultation with options to meet your budget, and all without the high pressure or gimmicky sales tactics. Over 10,000 satisfied area customers, a lifetime workmanship warranty. It's why Cochran Exteriors is my choice. Visit CochranExteriors.com.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
Dads happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
Been asked this before, Mr. Speaker, but I need to get you on the record here again. Are cuts to Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security off the table?
Yes, and don't take my word for it, Kristen. Go do a word search of the budget resolution that we passed on Tuesday. There is not one mention of Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. It's not in the bill because we haven't set the policy. What we're trying to do is get America back on sound fiscal ground. We have a $36 trillion federal debt and ballooning deficits. The Republican Party is the party of fiscal responsibility. The American people want us to review the expenditures of the country and get our fiscal house in order, and that's what we must do.
It's hard to do when you've got more deficit spending coming. I mean, it's harder to do, Mr. Speaker. But again, with the Medicare and the Medicaid and that's seemingly all they have, the political left. Tony Katz. That's me, by the way. 93 WIBC. Good morning. There was a story about how the Democrats are finally realizing why they lost. And so here, I think this was Politico and their playbook. Here's what they're going to do. And this is how it starts. That Democrats gathered, they laid out 20 solutions for how Democrats can regain the working class and reconnect culturally. The party should, and I swear to you, I can't make this up, the party should, and I quote, embrace patriotism, community, and traditional American imagery, unquote. Not traditional American values, traditional American imagery. Translation, they should fake it. I have no capacity to make this up, everybody. I'm a skilled man. Thank you, ladies. But I am not that skilled. I cannot do this. And then some stuff that you're like, how did you not know this until now? Democrats should, quote, ban far-left candidate questionnaires and refuse to participate in forums that create ideological purity tests. Move away from the dominance of small-dollar donors whose preferences may not align with the broader electorate. Translation, those progressives are crazy. We created a monster that needs to feed, and now we're going to try and starve it to death. That's not going to make the monster angry. Cross your fingers and hope, kids. Ban the far-left candidate questionnaires. That's all they have. That's all they've got. Push back against far-left staffers and groups that exert a disproportionate influence on policy and messaging. You mean the Democratic Party? I'm not sure who you're going to push back on here. Get out of elite circles and get into real communities. Tailgates, gun shows, local restaurants, churches. Oh, God. Oh, if it wasn't so insulting and pandering, it would be joyous. How many progressives read that and said, what is a church? It says the churches. What is a church? I don't know what that thing is. By the way, they read gun shows, and every single one of them wet themselves immediately. And that the party needs to, quote, own the failures of democratic governance in large cities and commit to improving local government. Oh, you're going to admit to the failures in Indianapolis? Well, so what's the failure? Your failure. You're going to admit to your failure, and the way to fix this is we're going to just do more governmenting. Not we're going to resign. Not we're going to push out the mayor who hires people who are clearly accused, if not guilty, of sexual impropriety, innocent until proven guilty. But Thomas Carl Cook, super, super gross guy, in my view, based on our long history of him being a gross guy towards us. Own the failures of democratic governance. Yeah, it's going to work great. That is going to work fantastic. Oh. Can you imagine they had to have a meeting to know these things? They had to have a meeting. Speaking of meetings, Trump, Zelensky, holy crap. The popcorn moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn, because there is more. In the end, this meeting that devolved, which I'll get more into in a little bit, this left President Trump afterwards, after Zelensky had been kicked out of the White House. I mean, Zelensky started lecturing and Vance started getting back at him, and then Trump jumped in. And I mean, that's the short version of it all. The idea that there's no blame for Zelensky is ridiculous. The idea that you might not like or think it's smart for the president of the United States to badger and belittle a guy who's trying to keep his country from falling all apart, which is what Zelensky's doing, you can have that argument. You can. But to not notice Zelensky's actions is kind of nuts. And afterwards, President Trump getting ready to get on Marine One, very clear.
They should have an immediate ceasefire. That was the other thing he didn't want to do about ceasefire. A ceasefire could take place immediately. A contract, if you want to end the war, you sign up an agreement. It's going to take a period of time. It takes time. I want it to end immediately. And I think if you had a ceasefire, it would be a ceasefire, a real one, that would end it. But he doesn't want to do that. That's fine. Do a better thing. I want it to end immediately. I want a ceasefire now. He says, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. Well, all of a sudden, he's a big shot because he has the U.S. on his side. Either we're going to end it or let him fight it out. And if he fights it out, it's not going to be pretty. Because without us, he doesn't win.
It's the truth. Without us, he doesn't win. So I don't know what to take of that regarding that's what many people say. So he's going to let Ukraine die. We're not going to provide them any more hardware. And wasn't this a mineral rights deal, which Zelensky now says he's ready to sign? But he hasn't signed on 3 different occasions. And Tony, I thought you were a guy opposed to ceasefires. A ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia doesn't have Russia rearming. They're always rearming. But a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas gives the opportunity for Hamas to rearm, and they will go about killing more Israelis because they don't care about ceasefires. I mean, they just don't. By the way, that's falling apart right now as Israel is stating, you're not living up to your end of the deal, and if we want that, so we will end this ceasefire right now if you keep acting this way. What is this way? You know, being terrorists and all. I've got more on that as well. But there's a big difference between Israel, Hamas, and Ukraine, Russia. It's a big deal on the world stage. It's a big difference on the world stage. These things are different. But who knows how long a ceasefire can last? Who knows how long a peace can actually last? No one actually knows. But Trump's argument is Zelensky did not come in prepared to have that meeting. Well, then what did he come in prepared for? What did he come in prepared to do? I will give you my theory. I have got it. It's coming up. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, 29th to West Street. North split slow coming out on northbound 65 to Meridian Street Penn. Inbound 69 a little bit slow. 96th Street to 465 and a crash on the south side. This is Raymond Street at Kitley Avenue. Injuries reported. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
The Hammer and Nigel Show, broadcasting live at Woodland Bowl, starting at 3. It's Red, White, and Bowl, presented by Jack Daniels. It's Beer Sample Friday. Let's have a day.
In almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it is a one and done. Because we don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Jerry.
When we first started looking for different options, we went to the internet. Really, we did choose Galaxy, and definitely happy that we did. We first had our front porch and our pool deck done. Decided we loved it so much, we had them out about 10, 11 months later to finish up and do our back porch.
Commercial or residential, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
The crews at Galaxy were great. They actually cared about my property, very punctual, knowledgeable, and just a great group of workers.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
I'm 100% satisfied. It's not slippery and it's not hot. I was very impressed with the product. It's amazing that I don't burn my feet and my 6-year-old doesn't fall.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
Premier Deck Coating, the ultimate deck protection. Who are they? Well, they're a sister company of Rhino Shield, and Premier Deck Coating is the product you need if you're tired of applying the same old stain and paint every couple of years to your deck. It's Terry, Stacy, and David and I have a deck that's probably 25 years old. The countless hours and the money that we spend on maintaining that deck never ends. And then we heard about Premier Deck Coating. family owned, based right here in Indy. And they are going to completely transform our deck with their special formulated product, which repels moisture, scratch resistant in virtually any color that we want, and backed by a 10-year guarantee. No more spending time staining or painting every year. Premier Deck Coating will keep our deck looking great for years to come. Premier Deck Coating can also do fences and pergolas too. For a free quote, call 317-696-4071 or visit premierdeckcoating.com.
Fellas, if you're not feeling the same energy anymore, testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Look for personalized treatment like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center.
Low T Center brings over a decade of experience. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
93 WIBC.
Rare earth minerals.
It's a good deal. It's an important deal.
President Trump might sign it at the White House Friday with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky.
To say that we're not engaged with them is just not accurate.
Another update is just minutes away.
Stripping naked and throwing underwear.
July 15th of 2023.
Indianapolis Airport Federal Prison time.
On the level.
Missing teenager from Beech Grove found dead.
On the go.
15-year-old Shaylee Snyder missing since February 10th.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Hey, this is Rob. Casey's out Monday. I have no idea who I'm working with. Could be a serial killer. Find out. It's part of the fun. We'll see you at 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Honey, take your blood pressure medication.
Thanks, dear.
Daddy?
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Possible severe weather to begin March. It's 29 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today, 50. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. A strong storm moving through Indiana Tuesday to Wednesday is expected to bring some rain. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Some steady rain is expected Tuesday night. Alexander McGinnis with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says there could even be a rumble of thunder or a few thunderstorms across southern parts of Indiana.
The main portion of rain will probably be in the Tuesday and Tuesday night time frame, where we'll probably have what we consider moderate rainfall across much of the region, maybe a half an inch to an inch. We could certainly go for more than that, but we'll be happy to take that decent amount.
McGinnis says there could even be additional light rainfall through Wednesday. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
One Indiana House bill is set to get reviewed in the Senate during the second half of the legislative session as the bill focuses on boosting transparency and dealing with high health care costs at nonprofit hospitals. State Representative Julie McGuire of Indianapolis wrote the bill.
This bill takes important accountability steps to ensure fair, transparent pricing for Hoosiers.
House Republicans say they also have bills that call for a balanced budget, reduced regulations on schools, addressing housing needs, and modernizing the energy grid. The second half of the legislative session starts today. A head-on wreck killed a woman in Hendricks County Sunday. Here's Chris Davis.
Exactly why it happened was unclear, but a woman who was driving a maroon GMC Envoy suddenly swerved into the opposing lane on State Road 75 near the intersection with Vontra Street in Coatesville about 2 p.m. Sunday. When that happened, she hit a Ford F-150. The woman was taken to Eskenazi Hospital and died there. The driver of the pickup also taken to Eskenazi with non-life-threatening injuries. Police had the road blocked while they worked on accident reconstruction. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
U.S.-Ukraine relations remain uncertain after President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance criticized Ukraine's president during his Oval Office visit Friday.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he does think his relationship with the U.S. can be repaired, and he remains ready to sign the minerals deal. He's still adamant, though, about having security guarantees, saying any ceasefire without those is dangerous for Ukraine. Zelensky adds, we've been fighting for 3 years, and Ukrainian people need to know that America is on our side. But several Trump administration officials say a reset is necessary before talks can resume again.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. You're paying an average of $2.85 for a gallon of gas today, says AAA. That's down 7 cents from last week and 9 cents from last month.
Your one blood donation can help save the lives of up to 3 people. Give blood through the American Red Cross to help hospital patients. Visit redcrossblood.org today.
IndyCar driver Alex Palou worked his way from 8th place to win the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg on Sunday.
It's been a tough last run there with Newgarden that was getting to us, and we couldn't really go anywhere with the traffic. Glad that we could stay in the lead and win the race.
Palou starts strong in his chase for a 4th IndyCar title. The series returns March 23rd at the Thermal Club. The Indiana Pacers held off the Chicago Bulls Sunday 127-112. Guard Aaron Nesmith scored a career-high 27 points. The Pacers play the Houston Rockets at home on Tuesday. Men's college basketball, Purdue plays Rutgers tomorrow, and Indiana tries for its 3rd straight win as they play Oregon on the road. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, MLK to Meridian Penn, a 6-minute delay. Inbound 69 slows from 96th Street down to 82nd. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. Westbound 70 dragging into the north split over the flyover ramp and onto northbound 65. That's tight out to Meridian Street Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. And if you're bothered by that, according to Tara Hastings of Wish TV, we could have snow on Wednesday. So just picture I'm giving you the finger, and you'll understand that that's the right way to feel. Actually, it's Tara Hastings doing it. Tara Hastings gave you the finger, and I think she's wrong. Shame on you, Tara. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen. Where friendly
Today on the Marketplace, I'm pretty sure I am not qualified to discuss this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. I told you the sponsor was coming. Get this. Today on the Marketplace, brought to you by the Attorney General's Office. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's like when there's like a special, like there's money waiting for you. You didn't know there was this great deal, so you can afford things on the Marketplace. Go to indianaunclaimed.gov. Check to see if somebody owes you a couple of bucks. True story, right there on my desk, or actually on the table in the office. I checked for $37. That's an absolutely true story. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. They wrote a whole bunch of these. There's a bunch of these that I can read from. Here's another one. The Attorney General's Office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. Does that sound natural, Matt Bear?
That sounded beautiful, Tony.
Did it?
Yes. Indiana Unclaimed. I've used Indiana Unclaimed, in fact.
Right.
Yes. I had 2 Indiana properties. If you spent like just 10 minutes in Indiana, go back, look at Indiana Unclaimed. It won't take you 5 minutes because that's your money that's sitting there.
Right. Here's another one. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov to see if the Attorney General's Office has money for you. How's that one?
I'm picturing the Attorney General just standing on a corner on Monument Circle handing up. Here you go. Hey,
Honestly, if Todd Rokita would stand on the circle and hand out checks, finally people would be like, I love Todd Rokita.
It's gotta have the speakers up and a DJ. The whole thing's gonna be.
He should. Challenges. Here's another one. The Attorney General's office reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week.
Now that
visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text money to 46220 today. Right?
That brought out the emotions. The emotions in me. I feel
know.
Passionate.
I know. Nothing evokes passion like Todd Rokita. He is going to so yell at me. Oh, my God, what am I doing?
Well,
fine work.
You ain't lying.
Unclaimed, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. That's where you want to go, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So you can afford cool things on the marketplace like this, Matt Bear, which according to the poster at Facebook Marketplace, during downtimes in the show, I'm clearing my head. I'm on Facebook Marketplace. I love capitalism. I'm checking things out, taking a look at all sorts of cool things they have for sale. Find the full list of what we have found over there at WIBC.com, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. This is a repost, Matt Bear.
Uh-oh.
Right? So they'd posted it. Someone said they were going to buy it. And then they didn't buy it. So they're like, all right, I'm putting it back up. A brand new double XL black leather vest, only worn once, just to try it on, then hung it up, $80. It's a biker vest, Matt Bear. And I don't think I'm qualified to talk about biker vests.
Why not?
Because I think people would look at me and look at a biker vest and go, nah.
I can't believe you just said you weren't qualified to talk about something. That's kind of
No, listen, Daddy. Even Daddy knows that sometimes you got to step out. You got to be like, yep, that's not me. That is not for me at all.
You mean this leather vest that says Doom Crew Incorporated is not for you?
Right.
With a big patch on the front of it. You wouldn't be wearing that around downtown Carmel.
No, it turns out.
You wear this to the Carmichael.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Come on now. This is good stuff. Yes.
That my chaps. By the way, chaps, I am qualified to talk about. I don't like to talk about it though. So yeah, it says Black Label Society Worldwide, and there's some other patches. I'm like, I don't even know what these patches mean. By posting this, have I now joined like a gang? And like, just by posting it, have I picked a side?
Yeah.
Am I now in a drug? Am I now a mule? Am I now a drug mule? Is that basically what's happened?
You're not going to make it over the Indiana-Kentucky border without rollers coming.
Yeah, well, not with that attitude.
Well, no. Sorry.
So this is $80. If you want a leather vest, it's there for you. But this time, if you say you're going to pick it up, actually pick it up. Don't leave these people in Lebanon. Don't leave them hanging.
I mean, can we talk about this without mentioning the shoestrings on the sides that kind of tie up like a corset, when you're wearing it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the look.
That's the thing. Okay, yeah, you just tight that nice and tight.
Also, corset?
Whatever. Yeah.
Can you say corset?
Corset, yeah. I told you.
Make sure you can.
Yeah.
I did not know if you were capable of.
No, corset.
Corset. Potato.
Come on, man. I mean, I don't.
Look, I have weird pronunciations. I get it. Yours are just like they're so articulate.
I have conditions. I have conditions. A condition that makes me talk like that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is that condition called?
It's called sleeping in class when I was growing up.
That is it.
It's a tough one.
Never properly learned how to pronounce corset.
There's a lot of things I never properly learned.
I'm so ashamed.
Yeah, me too.
You going to buy this thing? Or are you a leather vest guy?
I haven't been, but this has got me leaning, baby.
Right.
We're willing to learn.
It is there. And the vest will be posted at WIBC.com. The Marketplace, presented today in the Marketplace, brought to you by the Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division, which has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed.
Unclaimed Indiana!
It's IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Or text money to 46220, indianaunclaimed.gov. Matt Bear and I will work this out in rehearsal. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Life moves fast.
Another new directive from Donald Trump.
President Trump will not be deterred to make our federal government more efficient.
So does the news.
We expect those meetings to take place very soon.
Decisions made today
Kash Patel confirmed as the next director of the FBI.
could impact you tomorrow.
Accountability and transparency.
What's next?
You never know what's going to happen.
Need to know what happened.
We're already tracking it. Stay in the know while you're on the go on 93 WIBC.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear, what's happening?
Inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic before MLK down to West Street for a delay of running 7 minutes. Looking at inbound 69 slow, 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:45.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save over $1,000 in your first year versus other major carriers. Plus, ask how to get iPhone 16e on us. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual savings vary.
Life-changing discovery should never be left to chance. IU Indianapolis is Indiana's premier urban research university, home to 50 research centers and institutes, which means our students don't just study groundbreaking research. They make their very own breakthroughs from day one. We're here to make the future happen. Bring on tomorrow. IU Indianapolis. Discover what's next at go.iu.edu/breakthrough.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers going on now. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Discover Barkeep Vodka, the cleanest and smoothest vodka thanks to its unique compression filtering by Indy-based True Essence.
Top shelf quality and value, and you're supporting local Indiana farms. Grab a bottle at any Indiana store or visit barkeepvodka.com.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
You will not have the war. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. I'm not telling you. Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. I'm not You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good. You will feel influenced. We're going to feel very good and very strong. You will feel influenced. You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it. From the very beginning of the war, you're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
It was something in the Oval Office on Friday. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I must admit, when it first happened, I was live streaming. We're on air, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. And then you heard another clip. You're like, none of this makes sense. Why is Trump yelling, belittling Vladimir Zelensky? Because that's what those, if you take something in just a clip form, it might lead you that way. Then got to hear more of it. And out loud, I'm on air. What in the bloody world is Vladimir Zelensky doing? The president of Ukraine. What is he possibly doing? What actually has transpired here? And what does it mean? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Couple of things. Now that you've seen people immediately turn to their tribalism to try and explain what took place, something that does no good to actually explain things, but maybe it gets you a lot of clicks. Let us discuss what happened in the Oval and its fundamental issue. Vladimir Zelensky has a very different view of the situation than Donald Trump. Vladimir Zelensky is absolutely saying that Ukrainians are fighting for their lives. He's not wrong. He is saying that the Russian threat has to be stopped. He is also not wrong. Donald Trump is saying, I ran an entire campaign on no forever wars and ending the war in Ukraine. He did. That's exactly what he ran on. Donald Trump is saying that I want to get to a peace deal. Don't get in the way of that. That is what he's saying. Trump and Zelensky have two different points of view and are looking to get to two different places. What Trump wants is for this madness to stop so he can say it stopped. The first rule of Trumpism is Trump wins. The second rule of Trumpism is that a deal can always be made as long as it adheres to the first rule of Trumpism. Nothing has changed. Vladimir Zelensky is after something different. The United States standing at the tip of the spear, preventing Russia from any further invasions. Thus, instead of signing a deal on mineral rights, as the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, explained, was right there, good to go, no questions. But you got to have an idea that the guy you're dealing with wants a peaceful resolution before you're going about investing in major dollars. Trump's wants and Zelensky's wants are different. You could argue from a taller overview, well, they both want the fighting to stop. But there's a very big difference between Ukraine and Russia coming to a deal and Ukraine having the United States be the blunting force to Russia. Even the UK has said, we're going to put troops on the ground, but we need American security guarantees. I have no idea what that is. And to the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, have you seen the state of Britain lately? Who's fighting? Every radical jihadist who walks through the streets of London showing you the takeover? or everybody who wants to be involved in some level of trans this, that, and the other. I want to know where the fighting force is coming from in the UK. I'm telling you right now, Prince William, you're going to be king soon, and you're going to have to deal with this. Do you want to be the king of a country or not? Do you want to be the last of your name or the continuation of your name? What do you want to leave for Prince Louis? Just some questions that you're going to have to answer. Let's start in the Oval where we start. That Zelensky and Trump want two different things. We can be seen as the same, but it's two very different ways of getting there. To that end, why Zelensky would start a fight in the Oval is beyond comprehension. And I want it said clearly that Zelensky did that. One could argue that J.D. Vance didn't need to make a statement, but he clearly wanted to, and his first statement was not problematic. I feel differently about the second and the third. Because if we take a look at this, I don't know why Zelensky did what he did, although I have theories, and I'll get to those. To interrupt President Trump to try and scold or chastise in the Oval was a nutty thing to do, and bad advice if he was given advice by Democrats or anybody else. That's nutty. Crazy. The only person, I think, in the whole exchange who comes out looking good is Donald Trump. Oh, no, not for everybody, but I can explain why he did what he did. And I can explain it by explaining the same reason that this happened in the Oval. Because the Oval is the place where strength is projected. I've got it all. The person most to blame? Vladimir Zelensky. That story's coming up. Right now, Matt Barris, traffic.
Yeah, we're looking at southbound 65 in downtown. A stall on the right shoulder at West Street backing us up to 38th Street Kessler Boulevard. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
It's like being trapped in a cage. And I know that sounds dramatic, but your breathing triangle problem has got you trapped. And once you're freed, you're going to be able to live the life that you're missing out on. Now, this can simply mean experiencing the true pleasure of breathing freely. It will mean better sleep and more energy. And the worry of this problem any more affecting your life is going to be gone. Because in almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it's a one and done. Because we're not in the business of delivering Band-Aids. We want to fix your nasal breathing problem for good. We don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
Isn't it time you break free from that cage? Take the next step. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
When it comes to managed network services and IT support, Applied Innovation is at the top of the list for these Applied Innovation customers. Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
Eric Lane, director of information technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot.
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
Ashley Crane, IT director for Belmont Beverage.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
You love spring and Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color, because I was very particular spectacular.
Visit Rhino Shield's booth at the Flower and Patio Show and learn about their 25-year transferable warranty protection. Plus, receive a free prize.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
If your leaky chimney is at it again, there's only one place to call. That's Chimney Solutions. Chimney Solutions has over 20 years of experience inspecting, sweeping, and troubleshooting chimney systems. From repairing your masonry to waterproofing to chimney caps, they handle it all with craftsmanship guarantees. The Chimney Solutions team is Chimney Safety Institute of America certified and members of the National Chimney Sweep Guild. Call Chimney Solutions today at 317-757-6979. Online at chimneyindy.com. That's Chimney Solutions.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes, a former Hoosier high school football player dies in a crash on Saturday. John Herrick has a report on the start of the legislative session. There was a shooting near a gas station, and the Indiana Pacers played the Chicago Bulls Sunday night. Those stories are coming up after Fox News. From the Technology Recycler Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis, it's 8 o'clock.
Federal workers told to write more emails by tonight. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. As Elon Musk and Doge keep up the pressure amid federal job cuts and attempts to slash spending.
Telling employees of the federal government to respond with 5 things that they did last week, with an exception for classified information. And the Pentagon this time reportedly is going to participate. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth reversing the decision from last month and telling folks, do respond, but keep your emails internal. Basically reply only within the department.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich, the White House. The Office of Personnel Management had said that prior email demands for federal workers were voluntary. European leaders have worked out an outline for peace, trying to end Russia's war in Ukraine in a meeting in London that President Volodymyr Zelensky attended 2 days after the confrontation he had with President Trump at the White House, where a U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal fell apart as Zelensky asks for a security guarantee. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says
he will only accept an end, apparently, that leads to what he views as Ukraine's victory, even if it comes at an incredibly high cost.
Democrats are critical of the White House meeting. Senator Chris Van Hollen also tells Fox News Sunday,
I saw the meeting as a despicable display of bullying by the President of the United States.
Wildfires keep scorching the Carolinas. Firefighters have put out many, and Doug Wood with the South Carolina Forestry Commission tells Fox only forest areas have burned.
That's really the miracle here. No lives lost, no structures lost.
Hollywood took center stage last night.
And the Oscar goes to?
That's Billy Crystal.
Are they playing us off?
With Meg Ryan on ABC, unveiling Best Picture.
Honora
won the most Academy Awards, 5. Also getting Best Director for Sean Baker, Best Actress for Mikey Madison. The Brutalist won 3 Oscars. Adrian Brody, Best Actor.
Thank you for this blessed life.
Kieran Culkin, Best Supporting Actor for A Real Pain. The Best Supporting Actress Oscar went to Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A former Hoosier high school football star dies in a crash. It's 30 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today is 50. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
An 18-year-old died in a car crash Saturday night in Fishers. Here's Jake McDaniel.
And that was Mason Alexander, who just recently joined the University of Pittsburgh football team. He was a passenger in a car that was going south on Florida Road. As that car was going past another car in front of them, they saw the car going north of Florida Road after they drove into the northbound lane, and that's when they knew a crash was about to happen. With that said, they tried to pull over, but then ran through grass, hit a tree, and then their car caught on fire. The car going north hit a mailbox. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A shooting at a gas station. Police found the victim lying on the ground at a gas station on the southwest side of Indianapolis Sunday night. The gas station is located along Kentucky Avenue. Police say an employee at the gas station called them, and IMPD says they're still looking into this. You may get some rain later in the work week along with some wind gusts, says Alex McGinnis of the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
There could be southerly winds gusting to 30 to 40 miles per hour in the Tuesday to Wednesday night time frame.
He says it won't be quite as bad as it was last Friday when we got strong wind gusts that gusts up to as high as 45 miles an hour. The state legislative session at the Indiana State House is half over. Half number 2 starts today.
And if you ask House Republicans, they believe they already got a lot done. I'm Sean Herrick. State Representative Matt Lehman of Bern lays it out.
We worked on a lot of important legislation this first half of session. House Republicans authored and passed bills to protect taxpayers, strengthen our communities, further empower Hoosiers across the state.
When a bill is passed in the House, a senator will sponsor and guide it through the Senate chamber. The same process applies for bills moving from the Senate to the House. The legislative session is supposed to wrap up April 29th. Sean Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers beat the Chicago Bulls 127-112. It was Aaron Nesmith with the big game, a career-high 27 points. Tyrese Halliburton had his 5th consecutive double-double, and the Pacers, now 9 games over the 500 mark, will host the Houston Rockets on Tuesday evening at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That tip-off is at 7 o'clock. You could listen to coverage over on our sister station, 107.5 The Fan, beginning at 6:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
Southbound 65 approaching downtown. We do have police activity called the stall blocking the right lane at West Street. So we are stop and go traffic now from west back to the White River for a 13-minute delay. Northbound 65 slows out of the North Split to Meridian Bend. Eastside Lawrence, northbound 465 slow before Penn Pike up to Fall Creek. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic 106th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by The Tile Shop. Pros get more at The Tile Shop. More selection like new wood and vinyl flooring options for every budget. More perks and more service like free curbside pickup. Start getting more at The Tile Shop. Visit your local showroom today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got, well, I'll ask. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we got?
Yeah, we've got, we're going to see some sunshine later this afternoon, starting out with cloudy skies. We'll go with a seasonable day today with high temperatures right around 49. Clouds increase tonight. Lows only fall to about 41. Some scattered spotty showers early Tuesday, but a better chance of some steady rain later in the afternoon and evening. Could see some thunderstorms with it as well. It's going to be windy. Winds may gust near 30 miles per hour with highs near 59. Some scattered showers Wednesday, and then could flip to some light snow later Wednesday evening. It'll be windy once again with temps into the mid-50s.
You said that like Moira.
Well, I was afraid that you... I was treading lightly. I was afraid you were going to get on me again.
There will be snow.
There will be snow.
That's very good.
Did you like that?
That's a very good Catherine O'Hara right there.
I tried.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Did you say Catherine O'Hara from, like, Gone with the Wind? Is that what you said?
That Scarlett O'Hara was the character from Gone with the Wind. Catherine O'Hara is the actress who was in the show with Eugene Levy and Dan Levy with the show name that I'm not sure I'm allowed to say on radio.
Oh, that show.
The Creep Show.
The Creek Show.
Yes.
I never really watched that one, but I see all the memes and everything going on.
You never? Really? You did not watch The Creek?
Ew, David.
No.
That is not cool. You should.
I don't really watch much TV. I have no time to watch TV. Other than the 6 hours of Daybreak that I watch.
That's television host Tara Hastings saying, TV, who has the time? That's why I'm on radio. That's right, radio, where every host would rather be on television.
The radio, you listen to it in the car all the time. That's great. I don't know. Yeah.
By the way, that's our new ad. Radio, you listen to it in the car all the time, and that's great. That's going to play.
Is that
Honestly,
going to make
if we're not making ads with that right now, we are stupid. You have single-handedly saved the radio industry.
There you go. You're welcome.
Right?
You are welcome.
Producer Carl keeps his job one more week.
Yay! Good job, Carl. You're welcome.
You are nice. Went full Howard Dean. Bravissimo. There he goes. There, go. Live your life, Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. 29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:08. Of the general session here in the state of Indiana. Senate's looking at House bills, House looking at Senate bills. The property tax conversation is going to be the front and center one. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. People are not enjoying feeling abused and being told by their local city representation that if they don't do this, everybody in the city will die. It's a pretty messed up thing. Well, you have to keep paying, otherwise everybody's going to die. If you don't give us your money, well, that means that you don't want police and fire. You want dirty water. You want children to be poked in the eye with a stick. That's what you want. So dopey. It's dopey when it comes from elected officials. It's dopey when it comes from people who support the elected officials. Flat out dopey. There has been some talk about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in Indiana and how changes have been made to programs under Braun. He said, we're not funding this, but here is my wife, the First Lady Maureen Braun. She's going to work on an initiative to keep the Imagination Library in Indiana. So I guess going from being state funded to privately funded. That's a weird thing to have an issue with. It's a weird thing to be angry that something should be privately funded and maybe shouldn't be from the state. I don't think there's anything wrong with a state saying we're going to be people who push literacy. That kind of matters to us in having a strong, healthy state. It doesn't mean it has to go to the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I'm not anti-Dolly Parton, although I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You don't like her, say so. It's okay. It doesn't make you necessarily a bad person if you've got a cogent argument. Not mad at Dolly. But the idea that this has to be funded by tax dollars, super weird. If it is so good and so worthy, which I'm not saying it isn't, there are going to be a lot of private businesses who cannot wait to be attached to the name Dolly Parton. So let them. Maybe that's a better use of the tax dollar. let people support the projects that help people. I think that's great. Private charity is terrific and wonderful. And let's utilize our tax dollars for specific services. I don't know, what are people getting angry and upset about? Seems very odd and very ridiculous. Gary Dick, up next, we go inside Indiana business. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. We have something also called diathermy. What is it, and how can it help children?
Shortwave diathermy increases blood flow and lymphatic flow, and once you get that going, it helps to clear out things. And it also has an antibiotic antiviral effect, so it also seems to kill the infections themselves. And it's perfectly safe, something that can be used on kids. But the original purpose of shortwave diathermy was basically for pneumonia patients. So kids who do have the mycoplasma pneumonia can certainly come in and get some immediate benefit from that. One of our magic little devices that we use within our office, one of the things we use it for is otitis media. Kids can come in and be screaming because their ears hurt, and by the time that they leave, their ears are clear.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Hi, this is Denny Smith, and I'm betting that you already know that your carpets could use a good spring cleaning. Why? Well, because there's no telling what's in those carpets at this point. Here's some great news. Zerorez has a February special of 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. The Zerorez pros know how to get your carpets and floors and rugs, upholstery, and even your ductwork really clean. They can help you deal with the deeply embedded dirt, dander, allergens, not to mention the pet stains and, yeah, some of your stains. The game changer is the patented ZR water that uses no soap, leaves no residue, and there are no harsh chemicals because they just aren't needed to get things really clean. It's time to spring clean with Zerorez. Give them a call, mention WIBC, and get 3 rooms cleaned starting at $119 plus $75 off air duct cleaning. 317-388-5141. 317-388-5141, or book things online at ZerorezIndy.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Southbound 65, that's a stall blocking the right lane at West Street, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 38th Street, Kessler Boulevard. Inbound 69, stop-and-go, 106th Street down to 465. East side, northbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from I-70 up to Fall Creek. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale ends soon. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Restrictions apply. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Health gives you the ability to love more, feel more, be more. Health gives you the ability to live an extraordinary life. Because every day, no matter the challenges, is a chance to breathe, laugh until your belly aches, cry because you care so much, and experience everything that makes your life truly extraordinary. For 150 years, Franciscan Health has been there, watching extraordinary lives unfold. Love your extraordinary life.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
it's in the interest of both countries.
Well, I want to play you what you said almost a year ago when you argued in favor of sending more aid to Ukraine. Take a listen.
I believe Xi and Vladimir Putin and Iran really are an axis of evil. I think they're in coordination on this. I think that Vladimir Putin would continue to march through Europe if he were allowed. I think he might go to the Balkans next. I think he might have a showdown with Poland or one of our NATO allies. To put it bluntly, I would rather send bullets to Ukraine than American boys.
Mr. Speaker, do you still believe that Ukraine is an ally who the United States should support over Vladimir Putin and an axis of evil?
Yes, it's pretty absurd for anyone in the media or Democrats to somehow proclaim that President Trump, the White House, or Republicans in Congress are on Putin's side. It's a joke. We understand that he is a dangerous adversary, and he is the one that provoked the war. When we did the aid to Ukraine a year ago, the entire point of that, and I was consistent from that moment until today, the whole point was to position Ukraine for peace talks, to make sure that they could hold the line until President Trump returned to the White House, which we knew was going to happen. President Trump is the only figure on the entire globe who is powerful enough to bring both of these parties to the table. And he was in the process of doing that. And he was very, I think, excited about the deal that was going to be consummated yesterday. But President Zelensky went in and blew it up. And it is such a great disappointment for everyone.
He did blow it up. You understand that. I understand that. We all understand. He did blow it up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The question, of course, is why? I discussed earlier, this takes more than just a couple minutes to explain when you're trying to engage it rationally and not engage it like an insane person on social media desperate for a click as if that's what your life depends on. Dear Lord, get married. Have a family. Find out what really matters. Zelensky absolutely blew it up. There's no doubt. The initial statement from J.D. Vance in like minute 38 of this back and forth, where he said this is about us trying diplomacy, not doing that Joe Biden chest beating, but diplomacy. Let's two things. First, Joe Biden didn't even do chest beating. Joe Biden did finger wagging and said, don't. And then he showed Ukraine all these weapons and said, yeah, you can't use this. Yeah, we're not giving you that. No, we're not helping with this. Joe Biden was so desperate to not engage that it would escalate tensions that he allowed for Putin to get too far too fast, even when it went so horribly in the beginning. This is Joe Biden. His failures are very real in all of this between Russia and Ukraine. That he blew it up, that Vance asked this question, I should say. That was not it, right? That was a fine thing to say. He was just trying to throw some love on Trump. Okay, terrific, whatever. It's fine. That was not the impetus. The impetus was Vladimir Zelensky saying, you keep talking about policy. What policy are you talking about? Why? What Zelensky was saying, his question is a legitimate question. We created this deal with Putin. He broke it. We created this deal with Putin. He broke it. We signed this contract with Putin. He broke it. He breaks contracts. Why would you trust him? What diplomacy is going to get him to actually be a man of his word? Now, some have argued, I think improperly, that question has no answer, so J.D. Vance blew it all up. No, I will be one of the few people who maybe admits this out loud. This was not J.D. Vance's best moment. J.D. Vance's breakout moment was the interview with Martha Raddatz. With the Martha, do you hear yourself about the Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment complexes? And she's like, it's only a handful of complexes. He proved his mettle with Margaret Brennan when saying, I really don't care, Margaret. The speech in front of the Munich Security Conference is exceptionally good And while some want to argue it should have been delivered by Trump, forget it. Excellent, excellent work. Here comes Zelensky with this pushback. And it gets into, I don't think we should be litigating this in front of the cameras. You're smart enough. J.D. Vance, push back. Push back. You're making the argument, President Zelensky, that somehow what we're dealing with now is what you were dealing with then, and that's not the case. This is the opportunity in front of you. Do you want it? This is what we can do. This is what we're willing to do. Do you want it? That would have been fine. I didn't like Vance's comeback. I thought he didn't come across. I thought he didn't come across strong. It seemed a little more petty. And then have you ever said thank you? Oh, that is pandering stuff. It didn't help the conversation. It didn't create any value to the conversation. I think it's acceptable to say that Vladimir Zelensky doesn't say thank you well, although he has said it before. He says thank you, now give me more. He doesn't say thank you, now watch us fight. It's always a more conversation. You're not doing enough, which brings us, of course, to what he was going for, which was security guarantees, which we already know exist because if we're doing a mineral rights deal and the U.S. is going to invest billions, by definition, they're going to protect their investment. You're getting the security deal without actually discussing security guarantees that only infuriate Russia and maybe make a peace deal less possible, putting American lives at risk. Zelensky doesn't know this? Did he get ginned up by Democrats who said, don't stand for that, don't put up for that in the meetings before he met with Trump? I don't know. Some of them, like Chris Murphy, want to say no. But Chris Murphy is a guy who lied about meeting with Iranian representatives. So I don't trust anything the senator has to say. Hey, the reporting's out there. Don't blame me. Go yell at the Federalist and others. Knock yourself out, Senator Murphy. But I will say directly to you, I do think you're a weak guy. I get that you're trying to be the new leader of the Democratic Party. Honestly, that's really, really not going to work.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Sorry, Senator Murphy. It's just not going to be the way. Ukraine is in a terrible spot. And that terrible spot does not mean that the United States has to engage itself in a war over the long term. Zelensky had to know that if you sign a mineral rights deal, which he now claims he's still ready to sign, that you would get the protection. So what was this about guarantees? Why are you now bringing this up here? This is the third chance you have had to sign this mineral rights deal, and you chose not to do it. Which actually brings us to a part two of this conversation. Who does he have a deal with? Well, according to some, he already has a deal with the UK that was signed before Trump got into office. So the UK is now saying they're going to put troops on the ground, but they need U.S. security assurances so the United States can protect their mineral rights? It gets more twisted from there. It gets more twisted from there. My point to you is the people going to tribalism, oh, Trump's 100% right. Oh, Trump's 100% wrong. Can we actually discuss what happened and why it happened? Can we discuss who benefits in what way? Because people make decisions for all sorts of reasons, but usually they're financial. Sometimes it's about personal gain. Sometimes it's about revenge. What caused the breakdown? And what does it mean for our future? Not, hey, how many clicks can I get? Screw the clicks. We're only talking about the future of humanity here. Maybe we could be sober enough for a couple of seconds to not get so drunk on our social media power to actually discuss it. I've got much more on Tony Katz today. to break this down. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, Tony, southbound 65 and west. It is a stall blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to the White River Bridge. That's a 9-minute delay. Northbound 465 stop-and-go after I-70 up to Fall Creek. And then inbound 69 slows 106 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. Casey's out Monday. I have no idea who I'm working with. Could be a serial killer. Find out. It's part of the fun. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Are you thinking this year I want to look and feel better and get my hair back? We Grow Hair Indy can help you do just that. I'm Rob, and I got my hair back at We Grow Hair Indy. Here's Darren Andrews, clinic director, to tell you why I chose them.
For nearly 20 years, we've helped thousands of clients grow their hair back, and we can help you. We're one of only 2 places in the entire country to offer the ARTIS robotic FUE and multi-unit hair grafting.
I got multi-unit hair grafting. I love the results and cannot believe how much hair I got back. I can't recommend them enough. Call right now, 317-522-2995 for a free evaluation. Great technology, great company, great people, great results. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com, see my results, and call 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Don't you want to say, I got my hair back?
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP $104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP $61,695. Offers going on now. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
93 WIBC.
Rare earth minerals.
It's a good deal. It's an important deal.
President Trump might sign it at the White House Friday with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky.
To say that we're not engaged with them is just not accurate.
Another update is just minutes away.
Stripping naked and throwing underwear. July 15th of 2023. Indianapolis Airport Federal Prison time.
On the level.
Missing teenager from Beech Grove found dead.
On the go.
15-year-old Shaylee Snyder missing since February 10th.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Matt Bear here. Hey, those heavy spring rains are right around the corner. Make sure you're ready with a free roof inspection from my friends at Concrete Exteriors. Do you have that musty smell from your attic making its way into the house? You know, shingles curling or have a leaky problem area? It's time to get it done. Call Concrete Exteriors for a free, no-obligation consultation with options to meet your budget with a lifetime workmanship warranty. Get scheduled now before the spring rush. Visit ConcreteExteriors.com today. That's ConcreteExteriors.com.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Hey guys, let's talk about feeling your best. If you don't feel that same energy, strength, you're moody, or it seems you've lost your drive with your partner, it could be low T. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer, and you'll find true experts at Low T Center. Getting tested is fast and easy. They're not all the same. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Learn about personalized therapy at a Low T Center near you. LowTCenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It takes everyone in the community working together to create a brighter future. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Visit liveunited.org to learn how you can help.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A life cut short. It's 31 degrees on Monument Circle with the clear radar. Your high today, 51. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. A person died in a car crash on Saturday night in Fishers. Here's Jake McDaniel.
As soon as authorities got the call, they arrived on Florida Road near Southeastern Parkway and I-69. They say a car was driving south on Florida Road and was going to pass another car in front of it. And as it did, the car saw yet another car traveling north. As the car traveling south tried to pull over, the other car overcorrected, drove off the road, and hit a mailbox. The car that was traveling south slid through grass, hit a tree, and caught on fire. Mason Alexander, a high school football player, died at the scene. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A head-on wreck killed a woman in Hendricks County on Sunday. Here's Chris Davis.
Exactly why it happened was unclear, but a woman who was driving a maroon GMC Envoy suddenly swerved into the opposing lane on State Road 75 near the intersection with Vontra Street in Coatesville about 2 p.m. Sunday. When that happened, she hit a Ford F-150. The woman was taken to Eskenazi Hospital and died there. The driver of the pickup also taken to Eskenazi with non-life-threatening injuries. Police had the road blocked while they worked on accident reconstruction.
The Department of Education is offering employees a buyout of $25,000, but they have to quit today. The offer went into an email on Friday. The second half of the 2025 Indiana legislative session starts today. State Representative Matt Lehman of Bern says they got a lot accomplished in the first half.
Legislation we passed in the House goes now to the Senate for discussion, and we will consider bills the Senate has passed to us.
689 bills were filed, 179 passed out of the House on the third reading. The legislative session is supposed to wrap up at the end of April. Skype is shutting down. Microsoft is officially retiring the video calling and messaging platform. It will shut down in May as Microsoft redirects users to Teams. Skype users can move their accounts to the Teams app, where the tech giant says they can use many of the same features. Indiana may get some showers on Tuesday, especially in southern Indiana. However, temperatures will increase by the middle of the week, says Alex McGinnis at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
40s to around 50 on Monday. We'll be nearing 60 on Tuesday. That'll be the warmest day of the week. And then from there, Wednesday will be still above normal, around 50.
And he says starting Thursday and through the weekend, it will be cooler with highs in the 40s to around 50. You're paying about $2.89 for a gallon of gas today, says AAA. That's down about a dime from the start of last week. Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Indiana Pacers guard Aaron Neesmith scored a career-high 27 points on Sunday, leading his team past the Chicago Bulls 127-112.
You know, it's all reps. You know, the more reps you get, the more playing time you get, the game slows down, you get better. And it's also a credit to teammates finding me and putting me in good positions.
And Tyrese Halliburton had his fifth consecutive double-double. The Pacers play the Houston Rockets at home on Tuesday. IndyCar driver Alex Palou won at the season-opening Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg, leading 26 of 100 laps.
It's been a tough last run there with Newgarden that was getting to us, and we couldn't really go anywhere with the traffic. Glad that we could stay in the lead and win the race.
And Palou now has 12 IndyCar race wins. College basketball, IU has won 3 straight, and they continue on the road trip by playing Oregon tomorrow night. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
East side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 70 up to Fall Creek, a 17-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go from the White River down to Meridian Penn. Inbound 69 slows at 96, and eastbound 465 slow from Allisonville Road over to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz on 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Dow futures up 117. NASDAQ futures are up 159. Oil prices up just a touch now at $70 on the button. A barrel on the West Texas crude coming out of the ground. The Brent crude, that is out of the sea, $73.09. $3 spread. I don't read anything into it. I don't think I'd have enough expertise to do so. It's just the spread's usually $4. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just in my head. But I always thought the spread was a little bit larger than just $3.09. The 10-year Treasury at 4.251. Leaving right now the 30-year fixed. A mortgage rate, well, we're under 7. A national average of 6.82 and on the downswing. And depending on what it is you're doing to pay down the mortgage, there are some people talking about mortgages at 6. I would assume that under 6, going into the quote-unquote season, right? People move in the summer to have the kids ready for school the next year, could get very, very interesting. Could get very interesting. This time last week, we were down 18 basis points from this time last week at those 7%. Okay. And then there was, where was the story? Here it is. Domino's is going to launch a stuffed crust pizza to keep customers away from rivals. Is that what you've all been waiting for? You know, I was going to go somewhere else for my pizza, but then Domino's gave me stuffed crust, and now I'm sticking around? First things first, is stuffed crust that popular? We go now to producer Carl for the update. Thank you, producer Carl. I don't think I've ever eaten a stuffed crust pizza. I don't think I need cheese in the crust. I think I need cheese on the pizza the way God intended it to be. And by the way, I have no problems with the Chicago style. I mock the Detroit thing, but I have no problems with the Detroit style. Whatever it is you like. I grew up in Jersey. Thin crust pizza was the name of the game. And I'm telling you right now, some of it's good. Some of it is a cracker. Pizza should be pizza. It is New York style. You do take the slice. You do fold it in half. There should be a little grease that drips from it. Absolutely. Eating a slice of pizza should be equal parts regret and when can I have another? That's just science. Eat it with a knife and fork. Don't eat it with a knife and fork. Honestly, I just need to bring everyone together on this one thing. But I can't imagine people are staying at Domino's for the cheesy crust. Then again, people have decided that when you get pizza, what you have to order is breadsticks because there's not enough carbs in the pizza itself. You need an extra carb delivery system. I mean, after all, how are you gonna eat all the dips and marinara sauce and everything else? Is the pizza not enough? You need to dip it in something? Well, yeah, you need the ranch, you need the garlic, you need the more marinara. Dear Lord, maybe less is better. It's a pizza. Just eat. You know you're eating it by yourself anyway. Oh, the shame. What? I'm the only one who's done that? Fine. Pizza does not need to come with breadsticks. It doesn't. It doesn't. But everybody does it. And I'm not going to lie. They're delicious. It's nutty. I just didn't know that cheese pizza, that cheese stuffed crust pizza, it was going to save the pizza industry. Also, look, the local franchise is the local franchise, right? It's a local business owner. I'm not going to sit there and knock them. Buy local. Buy. Some people on the east side, they're Chacomos. People do Basbo. Greeks Pizza, full disclosure, I do work with them. Excellent people over there at Greeks Pizzeria. And they've got a crap ton of locations. So, born in Muncie, right? So there is local pizza. And I'm missing 100. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to support local pizza. That's all I've ever done. All I've ever done is support local pizza and steak.
Cooking a steak, wouldn't it be great?
Had to bring it back.
You could be my mate. cooking a steak.
Everybody!
For goodness sake, will you please be my mate and come and cook a steak? Steak.
Oh, I miss it so. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
93 WIBC.
Rare earth minerals.
It's a good deal. It's an important deal.
President Trump might sign it at the White House Friday with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky.
To say that we're not engaged with them is just not accurate.
Another update is just minutes away.
Stripping naked and throwing underwear. July 15th of 2023. Indianapolis Airport Federal Prison time.
On the level.
Missing teenager from Beech Grove found dead.
On the go.
15-year-old Shaylee Snyder missing since February 10th.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
We'll see you at the National. You could be overwhelmed by all of the changing fiscal policy at the national level. Maybe a little insecure about your financial security. That's all right. Your friends at Trajan Wealth can help. Matt Bear here. Hey, Trajan Wealth designs wealth management that's intended to help protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio. Here how? By scheduling your first appointment at 317-480-4040 or visiting TrajanWealth.com. Your first appointment is free. Trajan Wealth understands the importance of investing in line with your risk tolerance or what's your acceptable loss. They'll listen and give advice tailored to your situation, adding that extra level of security and comfort. There are no obligations. Call the financial experts at Trajan Wealth, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first consultation is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Ooh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text MAINE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text MAIN to 321-321. That's MAINE to 321-321.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear. What are you doing?
Tony, looking at eastbound 70 right now. It is a crash. This is eastbound 70 line going from Indianapolis to Greenfield, and it's before Post Road over on the left shoulder. Multiple vehicles over there, not causing any delay at the moment, but it is there. Northbound 465 stop and go after 70 up to Fall Creek. Northbound 6570 stop and go traffic, Michigan Street out to Meridian Penn. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
What?
Gentlemen, you are about to enter the most fascinating sphere of police work. The world of
You didn't even have to bleep it out. I still want to know what it is. It's time to play America's favorite game. That's not a guess, you moron. What the heck is this TV theme song? Here's how we play our game. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? This is me, Tony Katz. Producer Carl's behind the board. Matt Bear's in the WIBC Traffic Center. Ryan Hedrick in the newsroom. I'll get to that in a second. So producer Carl will play a TV theme song, and then I have to guess what it is. And, no. I don't know what it is.
Lifeline?
A lifeline to who? Matt Bear? He doesn't know anything.
He knows some things. He knew Charlie's Angels.
All right, fine. Matt Bear, lifeline. What is this TV theme song?
That's Law and Order.
That's I don't know, and I think we're really reaching into the esoteric.
No, it's not that esoteric.
Okay, I will give a guess that I know to be wrong because I don't know what it is. This is the theme to Love Boat.
No, think of Jack Klugman.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa, Jack is this the theme to Quincy? I don't know. Is it really?
Yeah.
Bravo!
How did you know that?
Because Jack Klugman was in two things. The Odd Couple, which I could get anywhere, and then Quincy. Quincy, if you don't know the show Quincy is a story about a boy and his horse.
Not quite.
It's not. That is not it.
As far as you know.
Hey, Quincy is a story of a man tortured by a previous life as a Roman gladiator.
Good God.
That's not what Quincy is about? I don't. Huh.
Poor Quincy.
I thought that was the story of Quincy.
Wow.
Quincy is the story of a ne'er-do-well housekeeper who goes to run a school for girls and teaches Tootie how to be a woman.
Oh.
What?
What?
I would watch that show. I would watch. I didn't even bring in her best friends, Joe and Blair, and the fat one. No. That's Muttley. Don't try and mess with me. By the way, that is no way to speak of Rachel Welchel, and I apologize. Yes, I know it's Natalie Cohn. Don't try and screw with me on the facts of life, right? I have taken the good and the bad. I took them both, and there it is. On Tony Katz today, we continue the breakdown of what happened in the Oval. This idea that Trump has damaged America is not the case. This idea that American foreign policy under Trump is different is very real. And you can ask yourself whether or not that has value. Vladimir Zelensky absolutely messed up the deal. Did he want to do that? Well, people do things for various reasons. And to be on the third time of signing a mineral rights deal, to not sign it, to know that there's already a possible deal with the UK, not to say there couldn't also be a deal with the United States. And the UK wants the United States to engage security guarantees for Ukraine against Russia. It is very obvious that these people don't understand what Trump got elected for and where MAGAville is on this subject. Bring a peace and let that be the end of it. But I would only state, as clear as the day is long, that anybody who is like, well, they'll stop fighting and that'll be the end of it. It won't be the end of it. I haven't changed my view. Of course, Russia has expansionist powers or expansionist desires. The question is, what do you do with the reality of right now? If there are some within the Republican Party who believe that we should absolutely be troops on the ground and thwart Russian aggression, go win an election with that math. Right now, you haven't. And people don't want it, which is weird because with this mineral rights deal, you will absolutely see a protection of American interests, which goes back to what Vladimir Zelensky was doing. We want security guarantees. An investment of billions of dollars is going to bring security guarantees. What are you now asking for? What you're asking for is a standing army to fight the Russians for you, which was really Zelensky's whole point, that if you don't take care of Russia now, you're going to deal with Russia later, which then brought him to saying to Trump, you will see. And that's when Trump was like, no, you don't get to talk to us like that. It's like Rahm Emanuel screaming at the Israelis after Benjamin Netanyahu spoke harshly to Barack Obama. You don't come to our blanking country and lecture our blanking president in the blanking Oval Office. Rahm Emanuel, his then chief of staff, said that. Same thing is true of Zelensky. And the people who are screaming Slava Ukraini or whatever else, you don't even know what you're talking about. I support giving bullets and I support giving weapons to Ukraine, not dollars. I don't support, I believe it was Joe Biden who discussed this, the idea of giving them walking around money. I've never supported that. Really quick, I'll discuss this on Tony Katz today. They had the Oscars last night. You didn't watch, it's okay. And they had this documentary that won, and documentary filmmakers, one Palestinian and one Israeli. We call on the world to take serious actions to stop the injustice and to stop the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. There is no ethnic cleansing happening, and everybody in Hollywood, every gay person and every Jew in Hollywood would be dead if they were in Gaza right now. Just something to notice. Matt Bear has traffic.
East side, eastbound 70 crash before Post Road on the left shoulder. Multiple vehicles involved. Also on the east side, northbound 465 stop and go traffic after I-70 up to Fall Creek. Northbound